Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am making my very own goldfish crackers. Yum. All right, if you're new here, I'm Claire. Welcome, come on in and make yourselves comfortable. I love to cook. I love to make things from scratch. A lot of times when you make things from scratch like this, compared to the store-bought version, you can save a lot of money. I am a budget queen. I also like the idea of feeding my family and myself whole foods as often as possible. Not that I don't love a good preservative, but you know what I mean. When you can, you should. Why not? So I saw a TikToker with this cookie cutter with goldfish, and I saw them on TikTok. I will go through my history and I will try to find the original creator and tag them down below because it was really cool. And so I went on Amazon and I got this little cookie cutter. I will also link that down below. And I was like, I gotta try this. I got to try making my own goldfish. So today we're making 3 different varieties. We are going to make the classic cheddar goldfish. We are also making an asiago ranch goldfish. Oh my God, so cute. And we're also making a pepper jack taco goldfish. Yeah, we're really doing it. 3 types of goldfish today. I will leave the full recipes down below for each of these if you want to give it a try. Of course, you don't have to use this. You could just make them little squares. You could use any type of cookie cutter. You could make hearts or stars or Santas. I don't know, anything. You don't need the goldfish in order to make this. I just thought it was really fun and I had to give it a try. So with that all in mind, let's get going on these homemade goldfish. All right, we are gonna start out with classic goldfish. I've got sharp cheddar cheese here. You're going to need 8 ounces. You can get it pre-shredded. However, I find that when you shred it yourself, it's gonna melt a little bit better. I got this at Aldi. It's very cheap. We also have 4 tablespoons of butter. It is cold. I also have some salt and some all-purpose flour. The first thing I'm going to do is shred my cheese. You can use a cheese shredder. However, I have this attachment on my food processor and that's just gonna make it way easier. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and set this cheese aside and go ahead and put my blade in there. You could definitely also use a blender if that's what you have available to you. I'm also gonna go ahead and cube the butter here before I start blending anything. I've also prepared a little bowl of ice water because we'll be using 2 to 4 tablespoons of ice water as well. All right, now we're ready. Gonna put all that cheese back and I'm just gonna pulse it to chop it up a little bit. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Once that's well incorporated, I am going to add our butter. And it's almost like we're making a pie crust here. We are just going to do this until it's kind of crumbly. Now we're gonna go in with our ice water. We're gonna start with 2 tablespoons. It's getting there, but it's still a little dry. I'm gonna go and add the other 2 tablespoons of cold water. All right, after about 30 seconds of pulsing this, it has turned into a dough. Perfect. On a lightly floured surface. Careful not to cut yourself there. I just totally grabbed that blade. Good one. And we don't like really need to knead it a ton. We just want to make sure that everything is well combined. There's no big lumps in it or anything. And now we're going to flatten it into like a disc shape. Now we're gonna let this rest in the fridge for about half an hour. You can wrap it in plastic wrap. However, I use Ziploc bags because then I can reuse them because I am that person. So That's why I'm using a Ziploc, but use what you got. Into the fridge, half an hour. All right, for this variation, we are making some tasty little ranch goldfish. So I've got this packet of ranch seasoning. I also have the same butter, 4 tablespoons, the same flour. I'm not going to be using salt this time because the ranch seasoning has salt in it. And the cheese we're going for today is an asiago, but you could also use parmesan, will give you another great flavor. When I have the choice between asiago and parm, I always go for asiago. I just think it has a little bit more bold of a flavor. I think it melts just a little bit better, but parmesan would also be fine. And we're gonna do almost the same thing as we just did. And now for our ranch, we've got 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons. We've got our 4 tablespoons of butter going in. And again, we'll start with 2 tablespoons of our cold water. And then we'll add 2 more. Now, because we added so much extra powder with that seasoning, I'm gonna go ahead with a 1/5 tablespoon of water just to really make it not crumbly and dry. And into the fridge for half an hour. All right, for our final variation, we are going to make taco flavored goldfish. So I am using some taco seasoning here. I went ahead and got original and not the low sodium because we do want these to be a salty snack. We've got our same 4 tablespoons of butter, our same flour, and our 8 ounces of cheese. This time, we're going with pepper jack. So by now you know the drill. We're gonna do the same stuff. All right, as far as taco seasoning goes, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon, but you could do more than that if you wanted, you know, a little bit more spice. We're gonna start with 2. I think 4 is probably going to be good here because that pepper jack cheese is a lot more moist than the asiago cheese was. So I think we'll probably be good with 4, but we'll see. I'm not gonna lie, this one easily smells the best. And into the fridge she goes. All right, it's time to roll out and bake. So I'm just going to flour a surface here. So we're gonna want this dough to be 1/4 inch at its thickest, but if you can get it down lower than that, that is ideal because we want them to be like nice and crispy and not like bready, if that makes sense. Time to use my cute little cookie cutter. Just gonna flour it a little bit here. Oh my gosh. Look how flippin' cute these crackers are gonna be. Ah, I'm so excited. Now you can use a parchment lined pan here. I've just got my silicone mat because again, I like to reuse stuff. And they aren't gonna like rise a lot, so we can go ahead and really pack them on that tray. All right, I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and these are gonna take about 10 minutes, but keep an eye on them because you definitely don't want them to turn brown. They're so cute and puffy. Look how tasty these look. Okay, I'm gonna put them in for like 1 more minute. I need to be careful right now, but I think maybe 2 more minutes. We'll see. All right, there we go. Now we're just gonna let these cool because they will definitely burn you if you eat them now. They're a little bit toasty on the bottom, but we do want them to have a bit of crunch, so I think they're perfect. 12 minutes was the perfect time. Okay, so each of these recipes filled my baking tray 2 times. So have the second half of my regular cheddar dough in the oven right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll out the ranch ones just so that, you know, they're ready to go. Oh my gosh. The Asiago cheese ones kept their shape a little bit better. They smell so good. I cannot wait to eat these. All right, it's time to roll out and cut our last batch, the taco goldfish. Sunday, what, you think you're gonna get goldfish? You're not gonna get a goldfish. No, I'm sorry. So I may have made the most insane amount of goldfish, but we have our cheddar, we have our ranch, and we have our taco, and we are ready to do a taste test. All right, these are the regular ones. There's good crunch to these. They're not as crunchy as like an actual goldfish cracker, but I think it's because our cheese, we had like way more cheese in here.
The flavor is really good.
Than a real goldfish cracker, but these are really good. All right, next we have the Asiago Ranch. These got a little toasty on the back. These have less of a crunch. These are much softer. However,
flavorful.
These are really tasty. But again, much softer. I don't know.
Wow, that flavor is really good.
I know, I love Asiago cheese, but I think that it's like less crisp. I think maybe if I were to do this one again, I would maybe up the flour and lower the cheese amount to make them a little crispier, but they're good. And lastly, we have a pepper jack taco one, which your kids did not like.
Surprise.
We got the crispiness again.
This flavor is amazing.
They kind of taste like beans. They must not taste like, it's like a burrito. Like a microwave burrito, though. Or like a Taco Bell burrito.
Yeah.
This tastes like a Taco Bell burrito.
And maybe that's because of the seasoning, but like...
It's good.
It's really good.
These are delicious. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you like them because we have the most insane amount of goldfish to eat. All right, you guys. Those were my homemade goldfish crackers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below. Do you make your own crackers ever? The only other crackers I ever made is with my sourdough discard. And I think maybe next time around, when I'm making sourdough discard crackers, I might make them in the shape of goldfish just for fun. But I would love to hear if you are a cracker maker, if that's something that you do, because it's really not that difficult and really delicious. So I will definitely be doing this again. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I've inspired you to give it a go and come on back for more content like this, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! And of course, here's your friendly reminder that my recipe journals are available now. I have 3 styles to choose from. Use these journals to organize all of your recipes. They are available on Amazon, and the link will be in the description down below.